Absolutely gorgeous piece of equipment. Once again, Fanatec have like knocked it out of the park with the packaging and the whole presentation of the entire module. It's really quite stunning to look at. All the buttons have a really nice good click to them. Even the rotaries here, they have a nice thunk to them. Now, I do have a gripe with this though. Many of the people who have reviewed this already have mentioned something about these being a bit too loose and you can accidentally hit them. I don't find these to be particularly bad. What I do have my little gripe with is the paddle shifters. Now, I'm going to make a quick comparison to another wheel that I have. See, for the last couple of months I've had the pleasure of using the Porsche GT3 Podium, and if you get the Podium version, it comes with the Podium paddle module, which are magnetic shifters. So when you pull them, it gives a nice good click. Oh, it's so satisfying. Whereas with these though, these are all spring loaded and you can't really tell that you've changed gear. Can you hear that little click? You hear this? You can't feel that through the fingers. Luckily though, Fanatec have just released the magnetic paddle module, not the Podium one, which is really expensive, although this isn't exactly cheap either. So my question to Fanatec is, why do we not have magnetic shifters as standard? I mean, you did it for your F1 2020 wheel, which I did own for a full 24 hours before I had to send it back to the seller. So Fanatec, please, with future wheels, can we have magnetic shifters as standard, please? Just before we move further on, I just want to add a little bit of clarity to what I just said. I don't mean all of the wheels that Fanatec sells. I simply mean the Formula V2. Because excluding the limited edition Formula rims, Fanatec offer 3 Formula style rims, and this one is the most expensive one. And because it's the most expensive one, I do believe this one should come standard with magnetic shifters. The other Formula rims, that's fine, they are cheaper, more affordable, and they have less on the wheels anyway. And because the shifters aren't standard, it's a €100 add-on, which makes the most expensive Formula rim even more expensive. And really, really expensive if you opt in to go for the Podium paddle module. The Podium paddle module should be the upgrade, not the magnetics themselves. Don't be like Apple. Another thing that I really like about this wheel is the fact that it's nice and compact. You can hold it right in front of you and it doesn't get in the way. It feels like a proper, comfortable wheel to use. Not to mention with all the buttons and stuff, you can pull them off and replace them with whatever button caps you like. It comes with a bunch of button caps as standard, and you can buy another button cap pack. Overall, it's a solid wheel. But what kind of video would it be if I didn't go and test it? So, let's go to the rig. But we're not just going to test out the little wheel today. We're going to be actually testing it out with someone else who has the Formula V2. Say hi, Jardier.
No. Hello!
So how long have you been using your Formula V2 now?
Since the beginning of the Fanatec. Yeah. My first Fanatec wheel, so exactly 1 year.
How have you found it?
Good, good. It's my second one. I destroyed the first one.
It's not because the wheel is unreliable, it's because Jardier has Viking hands.
Yeah, so, well, I drive like every single day, most likely like 2-3 hours, you know?
Yeah.
So the wheel got some extra mileage. And also, probably the main reason is I was washing the wheel or cleaning the wheel. And I kind of like, yeah, somewhat got inside the wheel, you know, so not recommending. Do not recommend that.
But what Jardier doesn't have is he doesn't have the magnetic paddle shifters, which after finding out today what the originals are like, get them, for crying out loud, just get them. Also to people who are watching, you would not believe how difficult it is to try and get a collab with Jardier. The man's so busy. So the reason why we've skipped forward in time is because yesterday I discovered that I really don't like Race Room or the DTM cars. In fact, I got so angry that I instantly uninstalled Race Room because it was that horrible. Also because I think it's a good idea. I've also moved the camera away from my POV to here, so you guys can see what my fingers are doing, and you can also get to see the wheel at work. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put like a relatively easy race on. What car should we use? What track? No, let's give the brick a go. Don't think I've ever used the Nissan GTR. I'm also putting on the gloves because unlike the 2020 limited edition, this isn't leather. This is still Alcantara, so this will wear. Also, if you're watching the camera and you've just noticed the monitor distance, don't judge me. It's because I don't have a proper monitor stand. It's still attached to my desk, so it's quite far away. But anyway, let's just jump in and see how well we do. And see how this wheel feels to use.
So I've went through a few of the options as well, because all of these buttons are mappable, including the funky switch, which is also a rotary encoder. But the thing I'm looking forward to most is the little rotary encoders up here that you use your thumb. Normally on a Formula 1 car, you'd use these to alter brake balance or alter the diff. But on this, I've mapped it to the ABS and traction control number 2. All right. So while we're lining up, already it feels very natural and very comfortable to use. I very much like this already. It's nice and compact, it's not overbearing. Then again, the Porsche GT3 rim that we were using before wasn't exactly overbearing either. As we come flying past the AI. Is this a gamer muscle video? Seems like we've got the AI turned on a bit too easy, it seems. So what can I say already after just testing it for 2 corners? Well, already it feels comfortable. You really feel the force of your car through this. And even dare to say it feels easier to use than the Porsche rim that I have. So let's test out some of the things that we've mapped to this wheel. So on our right hand side, the little scroll encoder is mapped to ABS, and that just feels easy, comfortable, and natural. Just turning the ABS down a little bit. I mean, yes, it does feel a little bit weak, and I can see what people have been meaning by it. But if you hit it, you are going to notice. Right, okay, let's try some of the other features we've got. We've got the traction control here. Let's try that. Alright. Yeah, that feels pretty damn good, that. Let's turn the brake balance back a little bit. Oh, this feels fantastic. This was definitely a good purchase. By the way, I should have mentioned earlier, okay, I am not sponsored in any way, shape or form by Fanatec. Everything that I purchase from Fanatec is with my own money, and I'm not being paid to say nice things about Fanatec or anything like that. But even if I was, it would not hinder that I would be giving you an honest review and an honest opinion about the wheel. But so far, this feels excellent. The grip, especially around the wheel as well. Your hand positioning and oh, they got on the brakes a little bit too early for my liking. Come on, Porsche, get a move on. Get a move on. Give me the space. I've made a right hash of that. Oh dear. Alright, we're 11th. We've got another 12 minutes to go. As the Audi is going very slow, it seems. So, we're going to let him know that we are here. Right behind him. And we're going to give him a little flash. Yep, that feels fantastic. Positioning of the buttons along the top are perfect. Absolutely smashing. This wheel is a lot easier to use than my Porsche GT3 rim. A lot easier. The Porsche rim that I have is more of a luxury. It's very pretty. Oh, we hit the wall there. The Porsche rim's very pretty and it's very functional. And you can also drive the actual Porsche that it's based on in this game. Come on, get a move on. I'm not giving you the space, I'm having this. But whereas the Porsche GT3 rim that I have, it feels like it only has a limited amount of purposes. Like, it doesn't feel right driving a Formula 1 car with the Porsche GT3 rim. Whereas with this, I feel this is probably the most universal rim that you're ever going to get. Because you can drive anything with this. Whether it's Formula 1, GT racing, GT3, GT4, DTM, everything. You can use this wheel for everything. The only discipline I would say it will not feel natural to is road racing. Because what kind of a road car has this kind of steering wheel? I mean, I know there will be one out there, but I'd say if you were wanting to start sim racing with a bang, and you wanted to get like a Fanatec Clubsport or something like that, and you wanted a rim to start off with, this is gonna have to be a must-have, because it's just so comfortable and so nice to use.
Clear on the right.
Come on, give me some space. There we go. Pump draft. There we go.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh, I cut his nose off. That was close. Look at these terrible lap times. Alright, let's try and play with some of the onboard settings of the car. The little data button I've mapped to this one, and that feels perfect because that one, oh dear, that one feels like you have to use it as a purpose. So right there you can see what I've got mapped already. Like if I was to use the rotary encoder, it would change the ABS from 2 to 3. So very, very, very good. Right, let's go to the pit menu. How easy is it to change from dry to wet? Well, we're on a very tricky part of the circuit, so let's see if we can get some use out of it while we're racing these guys. I have got the force feedback turned up a little bit too high, I think, because this is a smaller wheel and it's set to the GD3 rim. So that's going to be something that you're going to have to alter in your settings. If you are going from a big wheel to a small wheel like this, you're going to have to turn your force feedback down because smaller diameter of your wheel is going to feel a lot heavier. Alright, let's change that. Wet tyres. Change the pressures. Yep, that all feels very natural and very easy. It's very impressive design, this. Lift off, because they're going to lift off, and I'm going to go into the wall if I'm not careful, because this is just the aggressive preset. I don't have a setup for this track with this car. Get down a second, wait for that part of the track, and then accelerate really heavy, and you get such a good run. Oh, he's breaking the slipstream. Oh, wait. My safety rating penalty points still apply in a AI race? That's interesting. I didn't know that. So I've just hurt my own SA rating for nothing in an AI race. Whoops. Is he stupid? Ah, car gets very twitchy through there, but it's recoverable. I should have tried this in an online race. That would really test my grout. Bearing in mind these are easy opponents, so just take what I'm saying about, oh, let's catch them with a bit of a grain of salt, because these are not difficult AI. These are only at like 90% difficulty. I'm not gonna lie, with a smaller wheel and the force feedback feeling a lot stronger because the diameter is a lot smaller, I'm working up a bit of a sweat right now. Come on, reel him in. Only a couple of more corners to go, but I know that V12 Aston is a right beef in a straight line, but we're reeling him in though, ever so slowly. We're outside of the slipstream. Gonna have to get really, really late on the brakes here. I don't think we can do it. 0 point. Nah, we're not going to do it. Oh, that's a shame. But we got on the podium anyway with easy AI. Ah, what a shame. But my goodness, I cannot recommend a wheel more than this one. This thing is really, 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 really good. I would be very, very tempted to almost recommend this wheel over my GD3 wheel. That's how good this wheel is. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Coyote Racing. A little bit of a different video. Well, not so much different, as the most popular video on this channel is also an unboxing and review video. Regardless, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Even sway your temptation into possibly purchasing one of these, along with your Clubsport V2.5, or even the CSL Elite. This is a phenomenal wheel, and I cannot recommend it enough. But anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, then feel free to leave a like, and if you're new to this, and if you're also new to this channel, hit that subscribe button with the notification bell if you want to see more videos like this and to never miss a future upload. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next race. Have a good night, everybody.